Yo, what up? Welcome back to Red Zone in the Lab podcast. That's RITL. I am Deuce. That's DEUCE. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to look at the numbers. I know we want to move past Green Bay, but not just yet. We got to look at some numbers, man. We need to get better. We need to look at some numbers through 2 games to see where we are. My man Chuck is in the building. Also, we're going to look at some numbers for some guys from the defensive side because I want to know where that dog mentality went. I know we're not satisfied. I haven't seen it these first 2 weeks. I need to see it going forward. So let's get into it on the other side of this. Yes, sir. I didn't make it true. Playing by the rules. I come apart. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the Lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie. Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of Red Zone in the Lab. Let's get right into it. My man Chuck is in the building. What's good, Chuck?
What up? What up? What going on, people?
It's been crazy. I know we ain't get to the I know we're gonna get to the riddle news of the day, but like I don't know what you have, right? Like sometimes I know what Chuck got, sometimes I don't. But we gotta talk about Cameron and Agent Browning, bro.
I was going to leave that off.
Bro, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about that, bro, because that was insane earlier today. Valdez P, what's good, man? Appreciate you for coming through. This might be your first time commenting, so I absolutely appreciate you for coming through for sure. Continue to chop it up with us. South, yes, sir. South is in the building. What's good, South? How you feeling, man? Okay, so before we get into looking at these numbers for some of the defensive players through 2 games, right? The thing we really got beat up on, bro. Right? No. Like looking at the tape, they were like wild animals. We really got beat up on. And I don't know what happened, right? Like, I know it was a short week, second game of the year. They are the youngest team in the league. We the oldest team. Like, I get all that. But if we was to play that game this Sunday, I don't see it going that way. So, like, what happened? Was we just it's not like we couldn't have been tired, right? Maybe preseason had a little more to do with this because it was coming off a short week and they didn't have, because this was the first real bump they had since the NFC Championship game, right? For the players that's returning. And some players, they haven't played since late January, whatever the case may, December into January, like week 18. So maybe they just wasn't like, I don't know, man. But that right there wasn't our team, bro.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we can call it what it is. Sometimes just get punched in the mouth, man. and that first hit, you just never recover from. That first hit just sits you down. You all embarrassed. You looking around at the crowd. You hearing World Star in the background somewhere, you know. So that's what it was to me, man. We just got punched in the mouth. We weren't expecting some things, I'm glad with how we kept it close, but on the other side of that, we also kept it close because some mistakes on their end. So, but it's learning experience. It's a long year, man.
Yeah, for sure. Brandon, what's good? How you feeling, man? And that's just is what it is. Like when you look back on it, it's really no excuses. Everybody was horrible, right? No matter how you look at it, everyone has to get some blame. Like no one can really come out of that game really without any blame, right? I mean, maybe Trust Wade, a long snapper, maybe, but if you was out on that field, like you deserve so. But for all of that, Chuck, right?
Right.
Because the game actually like being there, it seemed like it was like 50-3. Like that's what it seemed like. But when you go back and watch it, we was down maybe what 8 points, 2 possessions most of the game. We was
Yep.
always in striking distance.
He was hanging on, hanging on. But it did feel like we was getting curb stomped for most of the
Yeah,
game.
bro. That's what it felt like. Like for me, like the whole game, it feel like, bro. It's just I don't know, man. But to be, I wonder, and we won't go to the numbers, but I wonder what was that. Is that more so to the resilience of this team, the not for it to get out of hand, or was that Green Bay might just caught us slipping?
Uh, I don't know because Jordan Love missed two crucial deep balls that I just thought, man, if he hits one of these, that whole Lambeau Field is gonna erupt into complete madness. And I was just waiting, like I could feel it. You remember like a couple years ago, we'd be in a game and then all of a sudden it'll just be a deep bomb out of nowhere from the opposing team,
Yeah.
and that'll just solidify the curb stomp from the other team. That's
Yeah.
what I was waiting on, but it never happened. So we was up in the game for a long time, and we had opportunities to take it.
Yep, we did. We did. Before the half, it was an opportunity there. Because they even they missed the field goal, right? Coming out the half, we got a 50-yard kick return from Debo, right? Like that was an opportunity right there in itself, but we couldn't take advantage of it, right? And they had some big opportunities they couldn't take advantage of. But this is the NFL. This is what happens. Like this happens all the time, right? Like teams not taking advantage of opportunities that's given. I mean, it's the NFL, so you have to make the most out of your opportunities, for sure.
And
The
I want
game
to
was
say
close.
real
Yeah,
quick,
go
my
ahead.
bad, just I want to say this real quick. Kicking means something. Field goals mean something. Like I'm tired of hearing that. Oh, like it's not just 6 points. Like if we would have had those 6 points in the game, but even if you look at the kickers league wide, this whole weekend, it's been a lot of missed kicks. Kicking means something. Special teams mean something, people.
Man, tell me about it. They call me crazy. Like draft the kicker or do something, right?
Right.
Like they paid this guy as if it was like a 16 bidding war. They gave him the most guaranteed money in NFL history based off a 1 year deal for a kicker. Like why? Like what made you do that? Like what was the reason for you to do that? Like that doesn't make sense to me. It wasn't like a bidding war for this dude. But then the dude on the other side, McManus, who he signed, like he really could have solidified that kicker position last year if that stuff ain't come out from McManus in Jacksonville, and we had to
Right.
let him go because like we still wasn't ready to take on nothing like that because of the old regime, right? We're still was trying to clean these closets and stuff out. So I get them releasing him and not wanting to, do that or whatever. But oh boy, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. But I don't trust that guy at all. You got people out here 64 yarders and 47 yarders and all that, and here, here we go, right? Um, the game was closer than it looked at halftime. I told my son we should be down more than 11 for sure. Um, yeah, they are. It's okay. Yeah, they got. Tia, what's good, Tia? How you feeling? Field goals are definitely important. Yeah, because we won a game last year with all field goals, right? So like, but yeah, man, let's get to the best and worst player real quick from last week. I don't even know we had, I guess we give it to Tressway, I guess, for the best player. I mean maybe Bill
played that game.
What'd you say?
I know Tressway mad he played that game. He wasn't even supposed to play. He punted like what, 4 to 5 times?
Yeah, he was out that joke punting galore, bro. Yeah, so I mean, what y'all think in the chat, man? Who gets the best player? For me, what's up? What's up, Vito? How you feeling, man? For me, it is Tressway. I'm giving that John to Tressway, bro. What about you?
He used to winning those awards for years now. Best player, I'm gonna give it to Debo. Because out of everything, he still stayed solid. He scored. He just stayed the course, man. And I think he's gonna do a lot of stuff that people aren't expecting from him this year. So I'm gonna give it to Debo.
Yeah, that's what Brandon with Debo. Hill life was with Ertz. I'm not mad at that. Ertz got yak. You know what I'm saying? He made a little that move, bro. That move was slow as a mug, bro. I don't know who it was that was covering him, but he should be ashamed of himself to let Ertz get that move on him, bro, and get upfield. Because Ertz was moving slow as a mug. He got that old man speed. But yeah, I ain't mad at Ertz at all. Ertz would be a good one. All right. Best player. Who you got for the best player out there?
Best player or worst player?
Best player. Best player. We did the worst player already.
No, we did best. We just did best, I thought.
Oh, yeah, worst player. My bad. Shucks.
Worst player.
See, that's why I need you, Chuck.
I got you. Worst player. Jeez. You know what? I think I sort of want to say Von Miller, bro. I sort of, because like I was watching him closely every time he had an opportunity, and he just didn't do nothing. I think it was like one of his rushes where he was close, but Jordan Love already had the ball out by the time he got to him. So I think I'm gonna go Von Miller, man. I want to say Matt Gay too, but that's sort of a given. But I think I'm gonna go Von Miller.
And it's tough because Von Miller is one of the players I looked at this week, and I don't know, bro. He looks crazy slow, man.
Yep.
What's up, Mitch? Yeah, Luke. This is Luke time. Dog Tide, what's good? Statman is in the building. Oh, Tia, don't hurt my heart. Sophie Sean. Look.
Dog Tide. Grace, bro.
I told you, Marshawn is string a bell, bro. Bro, he's string a bell, yeah. Like Quan Martin, Dog Tide. He said the worst.
O-line and secondary
to everybody. I ain't mad at that. Let me see something. That boy Conley was getting cooked. Still believe, though. Strong. Dog Tide is on the same page, moving Quan to strong safety. But like in this defense, when you think about that, both of them really play both positions, right? Like I've seen Quan Martin play around the line of scrimmage. I've seen Will Harris do it. And just like last year, when you look at the numbers and where they lined up at, Chin played a lot of free safety last year. So they're just there. It's an interchangeable position right now for our defense. But for me, back to Von Miller, bro. He looks incredibly slow. I mean, I don't know. He's like he be rushing from the cornerback position sometimes. He be too wide. I don't know. I don't know what Witt was doing. Like Witt had him in coverage again in the Giants game, and I didn't realize that until I started watching Von Miller, watching the tape on him the last couple games. I was like, bro, no way he got that man playing in covers. Like, what is happening? Like, you got a little bit too much dip on your chip, like somebody said. But I don't know, man. I did do his numbers. The one thing that I want to see more, if he could give us like some more pressures. He does have a half sack, but I would love to see him give us some more pressures. Because right now, let me see, I did it. He is. Hold on a second. Let me see. So he got 36 pass rushes, and he only got 4 pressures off of those 36 pass rushes. It's not a horrible number, but it's not a limited snap number because it's not like you're out there as often as the other guys, right? So like you should be able to have enough energy to give me some more pressures. The tackles, the half sack, and all that other stuff, I ain't too worried about. I would love him to get home for sure, but I need him to move the quarterback off of his off of his spot. That's what we need, but we'll see how it go. It is 2 games in, so I'm not expecting a lot from him. I said that when we signed him, but what I am expecting from him, I'm expecting for him to get that to me. So we'll see how this go. But I'm glad we worked out Preston Smith, and not glad that like he gonna do anything, but I'd rather have him out there. You see my mic keep going in and out. I'd rather have him out there than Von Miller, especially and run packages and everything. How my mic sound to you, Chuck?
I think it's just when you move your head away. I think that's it.
Oh, when I go like this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta stay like this. All right, bet. All right, let me see. Frankie Louvu, like I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to look at the tape. I don't, bro. Like, I don't want to look at the tape. It's just good here. It's just better, dog time. Like, I don't want to look at the tape because I don't understand what's wrong with Louvu. But he's on pace to have 42 missed tackles this year. He had 21 all of last year. Like I don't know what's wrong, bro. I don't know. Somebody said maybe it's what's the Space Jam joint? Maybe they took his
the powers.
Yeah, whatever that is on Space Jam, the Monstars, when they took then all the dudes were sorry. Like maybe that's what it is. Like I don't know, but he's like he's falling all over the place. He's getting up slow. He's hesitating. I don't know what's going on with Lou, bro. Like I don't know if he's not hurt. He hasn't been on the injury report. I don't know if something is going on personally. Because that's all I can think about. Maybe it's something personally going on. Maybe he's just not focused. But he seems like he's not focused. So I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out later in the year or maybe even after the season about something that's going on, because he's just not locked in. He's not locked in, bro. And I don't know what it is. There's no like, and this is what I mean by like the dog mentality. It's just not there with him this year. And I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it from more of a technique perspective. I think from what I see, he's trying to change the way he's playing in a way of his speed. Like to me, he doesn't look as explosive off the snap as he was last year. Like last year is like he saw the new when it was a run, he saw the new when it was a pass. But now that people have a little bit of film on our defense, I think he's tried to slow himself down a little bit. And that's why you see the hesitation. That's why you see like, because he used to just run up and hit people, bro.
Right.
Now it's more of like I'm trying to go hit this person, but I don't want to be too reckless. So maybe it was a conversation in the off season with him and the coaches, like, hey man, you need to calm down. And then like when you try to change the way you play in the middle of anything, like a basketball player trying to change the way he shoots his jump shot. One, is going to take time, and then two, it's not going to always work because you're trying a whole different technique. So I don't know if like Joe Witt maybe mentioned to him or Bobby maybe mentioned to him, like, hey bro, like what you was doing in that NFC championship was funny and all, but you need to get a little bit of self-control and control yourself. I don't know if that was maybe a conversation or what, but it looks like he's he's thinking too much and not being the crash out that we need him to be.
Right. And that's what we need you to be. Like, we need you to be the crash out. Like, we need you to be screw loose oos, as I've heard some people call them. Like, that's what we need you. Like, that's a part of this defense that we're not seeing. That's what we need to see.
Yeah.
Right. And if they did have that conversation, I hope not, because a lot of times, like, that can discourage a player too. When he think he's out there giving it his all about the way he's playing. Look, he was a top 100 player, voted by the players, right? And if you're going to tell him, like, the way you're playing a game is not what we want, that can discourage him. And I hope that's not the case, right? Maybe that's why he's in his head trying to figure out, I'm going to try to play how they want me to play and not how I play, right? Like, you still play within the scheme. And I mean, it's basically the same thing you did last year.
Yep.
Don't change it up. It's the same thing you done last year. And I don't know if they asked him to do more like pass rush, because I know he worked a lot in the off season and the summer and the training camp with Ryan Kerrigan on pass rushing and all that. But it's like I only really see him up there.
Yeah, I don't need two brainiacs at linebacker. Like Bobby is a brainiac. He's a film study person. Louvu, not saying he doesn't study film, but he's more of a just go hit the hole and whatever happens kind of player. Mm-hmm. I don't need him trying to sit back and dissect the defense also, because one, he's not a coverage linebacker. Like, he had a few plays last year where he, in my opinion, got lucky, but he's not really a coverage linebacker.
I agree wholeheartedly. He's not. I need him around the line of scrimmage. I need him putting pressure on the quarterback. I need them looking for him. Right. Yeah. Like, it got to a point last year that Jayden, and they were looking for him. Like, where is he lined up at? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I need from him. I need him to be that player, right? I need him to be that player that these defenses are scheming up against, right? Like, we need to know where Louvu is at all times. I need him coming from everywhere, right? I need him coming from everywhere. So, and this is something that you hope that the beat reporters like ask these type of questions, you know, to Witt. I don't know, maybe Witt and Cliff will talk to him Thursday, maybe. Like, ask him what's going on with Louvu. Have you changed his role in the scheme? Has you asked him to be more of a coverage linebacker? Like, what is it? Because what we're used to seeing, we haven't seen anymore. We're gonna look at the numbers in a little bit for sure. I haven't seen all 22 this week, but is he rushing up the middle or is he primary outside? He's kind of doing both, but it's just the impact. Like, it's just like, even last year when he didn't get home, he still was there, right? It's like he still like smacked the lineman and pushed him back into the quarterback's lap, or, you know, he created pressure for somebody else, you know, but it's none of that. It's none of that. And it's just the impact thing. Because he's still there. Like, he's missing tackles. And in order for you to miss tackles, you have to be where you're supposed to be. You have to be there, right? So he's there, but he's just missing the tackles. And I just don't get it, man. Like, I just don't understand what it is. And that's what I don't know, Peacecraft. Like, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. But if it's not being reported, like, I just don't think Dan Rose like that unless Louvu is not saying anything. Right. But like, he doesn't have like a gimp. He doesn't favor anything, but he just like gets up slow. It really seems like he is really in his head. Like, he's getting up slow. He's like his head is down. He's not excited. He's not hyped. So it to me is not injury. I don't think so. It's more so something is going on personally, maybe that has him distracted, and that doesn't have to be family related. It can be team related, like with the coaches. Like the Chuck said, having that conversation with, hey, you got to chill out. Like maybe if they did have that conversation with him, it's affecting him on field. So we definitely can't have that, man. For real. CJ, what's good, man? How you feeling, bro? Dog Tide was good because a lot of his production last year was up the middle, so I wasn't sure. Playing like Frankie Louvu and not Oos. That's right. Man, we got Silver Spring Sean and we got Franklin Louvu. Insane, bro. Oh man. All right. So for me, best player. Whew, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. Best player. I guess Amos had some good plays. Debo. I guess I gotta go with Debo Hurts, bro. Like I don't know. This is a tough one. I don't know. I think Debo is the safe pick for sure. You say acting like Jimmy. Are you at the point where you would throw L out there for some snaps too? Who's L?
The dude after Madrano.
Oh, Keho.
He's actually before Madrano.
So I think he's been inactive. Madrano has also been inactive the first couple of weeks. McGee, I mean, I think he got a total of 4 snaps. I think I know the Giants game he got 1 and they sent him on a blitz and he got met. And I think he got beat this past Thursday. I think on by a tight end, I think. So I don't know because they're not going to be better than Louvu, right? Like you can't bench them, right? If you want to start working those guys in and out, I just don't think this is the time to do it, right? We're still going into week 3, so I don't think this is the time to make any of those moves or adjustments or change the game plan up. I think you got to give it a few more weeks to see where we're at. I think Louvu was a snap out of it. I would love to see him snap out of it this week because he come loafing in that hole when that boy Genty coming through there. He gonna get put on the box, right? Like he gonna be on Tough Man Run of the Week, whatever that segment is. Like you don't want to be in Ashton Genty highlights, right? So you gonna have to snap out of it because you don't want to get caught sleeping. Trey might get the nod. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. Yep, he is basically. And Luke, yeah, man, Luke, we got to see, man. Like this is the time. I don't think Noah plays. We talked about that yesterday. So Luke definitely gonna have to figure it out. Snap out and snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah. All right. Before we get into these numbers, what else do we have? Biggest controversial take from the game. I'll start off, Chuck. For me, I'm gonna go with. It gotta be either Terry separation, like him not going to training camp, and probably Connolly at right tackle. For me, I'm gonna do Connolly at right tackle. Then we're gonna talk about it a little bit. What you think, Chuck? What's your most controversial take so far that you've seen in the tabloids?
The most controversial take.
Anybody in the chat too? Like, what are some topics that's been talked about from the game that you're like, oh boy?
Oh well, it's definitely the one where like I guess Jayden can't read his own.
Ain't good
enough. Think about the defensive side. A couple takes about Mikey. think that's really it for me. The big one been this Jayden stuff I've been hearing all week.
Yeah, about Jayden and zones, but we actually look at the numbers from last year. He's one of the best quarterbacks, probably 1-2 against the zone as far as DVOA and all that other.
Yeah, I think
stuff.
Our fan base has the biggest short term memory. Like,
oh yeah, most definitely. The tabloids be running wild.
Right, when it comes to anything, we just forget what happens like the year prior.
Bro, we week to week. We are so week to week, bro.
Yeah, and it's frustrating because people don't be making sense.
Right.
And that's why I go back and tell people, I'll be like, well, you said, and then I don't know. I guess when I asked people about the offseason, it was like that was all Twitter banter, but hey, okay. I'll take it. Whatever you say.
Right. It's crazy, right? Like people just don't become sorry. Like Terry has been in the league, what, 6 years, 7 years? He got 1,000-yard seasons, the majority of that. And all of a sudden, because he didn't come to training camp, he's not good anymore. That's insane to me.
His numbers are already better than last year.
Exactly. Like his numbers is factually better through 2 games this year than what they were last year. Factually better. And he was at training camp. They was doing sleepovers and all that good stuff last year. So like when I say that to folk, because folk don't know that, but when I say that, they'll say, oh, well, last year Jayden was a rookie. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's a whole different conversation. You told me he's not good. He's not separated. He's not producing. He's not connecting with Jayden because he wasn't at camp. That's what you're telling me. But what I'm telling you is him not being at camp, he's producing and connecting with Jayden better than what he did last year when he was there the full time.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, bro. Oh, yeah, P Square. Coaching staff was definitely outclassed. Nobody was ready, bro. A bunch of knee-jerk reactions on Twitter. So true. These are the same people who said, oh, my gosh. Oh!
When I said, hey, you know what happened with Amari Cooper? I said, Amari Cooper retired. It was like, no, he's not retired yet. I think like 2 weeks later, he up and retired. But hey.
So like that's the thing. Like you have a 13 touchdown receiver. You have a top 100 player. You have an all-pro. You have all of these things and Terry McLaurin. But Amari Cooper, somebody who was a free agent all the way into July, can do the same things he can give you, but he's not on nobody's team. You're telling me there's a guy just like that nobody is reaching out for. It just like, bro, some things just doesn't make sense. How can he give you exactly what he gives you when nobody wants him? What type of sense does that make? And just like you said, it's day-to-day revisionist history. Amari Cooper haven't been Amari Cooper in like 4 or 5 years, bro. The name, like we have to stop this. The name does not outweigh the production. The name does not outweigh the production. Production will always outweigh the name. So until we start looking at players based off of their recent production, we're always going to be caught in this web that the name will live on forever. It's not. It's not, because one day there's going to be a daughter and no son, and that daughter is going to get married and your name is going to die. Oh boy. I mean, the team as a whole started kind of slow last year for people. Never mind that. Oh boy. There's all pro. What you say, Chuck?
This is literally a replica of last year. Like we're doing the same. I mean, we didn't get punched in the mouth the second. We got punched in the mouth the first game, but it's sort of going down the same track.
Yeah, it's like it's the expectations that's making it worse. Right. Last year we kind of like, all right, yeah, it's gonna be a building year, young team, still trying to get the roster together, blah, blah, blah. But this year the expectations were so high. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem, right? Like the fan that's crashing out, like everything is burning up. Their expectations were so high that this Packers game had them come tumbling down, like crashing down. Right? Like they crashed down literally because of this game because they were so high. Yeah, all pros just walking around the block. Like, bro, this is the NFL. This is the NFL. You got all pros just walking around chilling. Oh, man, whatever. Yeah, that was a good analogy. That was a real good. I think it was a good. It is the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right, let's get into some of these. All right, so Frankie Louvu. And shout out to Dog Tide, Dirk Snyder in the chat. My man Dog Tide. He's our stat man here. You have our producers, Chuck, Slim, and Volante will be on here soon. And my man Dog Tide, stat man for the show. Appreciate all this work. So here we go. This is last year. This is through 2 games. All right, through 2 games. Last year, I believe it's column. Hold on, let me see. Is last year column 1, dog? Let me see. Yep. Last year is column 1. It's the Super Bowl. The bus fans who are jumping off the cliff. Pun intended. Yep. That's a bar. That's a bar. All right. So Frankie Louvu, 113 snaps last year, 136. So he has more snaps this year. Last year, 2 games, he had 3 pressures. This year, only 1. Right? He had 11 tackles. This year, only 4. In 2 games, he had 11 last year. No sacks. But look at the missed tackles. And I know that number 5 doesn't look harmful, but remember, it's only 2 games. And if we pace this out for 17, that is 42 missed tackles. That's more than half. He's going to double his missed tackles from last year with this pace. That is insane, bro. Right? Like, that is insane. And when you look at these, like the tackles, for instance, look at the difference in tackles, bro. For first 2 games this year and last year. Something is going on with Louvu, man. We gotta definitely figure that out. All right. Deron Payne, who looks so great from what they tell me. In the offseason, he looked good. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not. The first game, like, he got some knockdowns. You know, he's looking good. But let's just look at the numbers, man. He also has more snaps this year than last year through 2. Yeah, more pressures last year. Not like a big gap, you know what I'm saying? That's doable. I'm not too mad at that. The tackles, right? That's up. The sacks, he got 2 so far this year. I didn't even know he had 2 sacks this year. He got 2 this year. Missed tackles, like, pretty good. He's 5th in the pass rush win rate, 5th amongst defensive tackles. So, like, he is making an impact, right? And he's setting himself up again to be that contract type of player, that contract year player in Deron Payne. He's having a pretty good year so far. But let me ask you this, Chuck. Do you see that on the field with Deron Payne? And anybody else in the chat, when I'm telling, like, he has 2 sacks already, right? 4 pressures, 3 tackles. He's 5th in pass rush win rate. No, 14%. He's 5th amongst defensive tackles. Yeah. And pass rush win rate. So, do you see that impact on the field? Like, do you see the numbers Does the numbers match the eye test?
I want to say no most of the time because I think Deron Payne is the most inconsistent best player we have on our defense. Like it just doesn't. Like maybe I'm wrong, and maybe DAWG can help with this, but I don't remember a game where it's just been like 3 to 4 consecutive games of Deron Payne. Like compared to a lot of other defensive tackles out there, like he has his really good games, which I think are probably against sucky teams, and then he just has games where he like totally disappeared, and it's like, where is Deron Payne at? Like in this Packers game, I don't remember hearing his name called once. like I might be wrong, but I don't see what impact he had on this Packers game. Like nothing. Like so, my big thing for him is just being consistent, man. Like show up when we need you to show up. Don't come out here and put up all these amazing stats against these trash teams, and then when the big boys come to play, you know where to be found. So that's my gripe with Deron Payne.
The whiff on love will always be in my memory. Payne been decent so far this season, but do you see it on the field? Right, I think game 1 he had a good presence. Game 2, not so much. But again, nobody really did game 2. Deron is Louisville, but he's been able to finish a couple more times. Outside of the first contract year, he doesn't string games together. He doesn't, bro. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
I mean, he don't string drives together. Like, we're all looking for that Deron Payne. Remember, who's that against the Falcons, I think, when he had like a sack, a tackle, and like a knockdown or something, and he did it was like the Deron drive, like a 3-and-out was all Deron. He made plays, 3 straight plays. And I think we look for that out of him. And like, that's really not who he is. That's just what he did, right? Like, that's not who he is. That's just what he did. So, that's what I think. And then we think about contract year, we think about the 11 sacks that he gave us, right? Like, he was a menace that year, right? But that's something that he did. But that's not who he is. Hey, bro, I got balls for days, bro.
You just came from service?
Yeah, I know.
You got that oil on you, man. That's all it is. I got a keyboard over here. I can plug it up if you need some music or something, brother. I can plug this keyboard up.
Boy, man, that's what he did. That's not who he is. When it comes to Deron Payne. All right, who we got? Bobby. Boy, we talked about Bobby a lot in the offseason. And we talked about, like, if he's not able to read the play pre-snap, he's going to be behind, right? And we're seeing that. And the thing we really didn't talk about too much is when it comes to pass coverage, it doesn't matter if he sees it or not. He just doesn't have the speed. So if we're not getting home and he's out there one-on-one with the tight end, he's going to lose, right? If we're requiring him or needing him to get deep third, they're going to beat us over the top down the seam. It's just going to happen. And I don't know, like, we heard the stories about him not wanting to come out or is not coming out the game. But Bobby, you got to humble yourself, sir. You got to humble yourself. You just can't do the things that you used to do. I know you're an all-pro. I know you're still elite at a lot of things. But the things you're not nowhere near elite at is where we're getting hurt. But do we have anyone to come into the game that can take over for him doing that? And I just don't think it's not McGee, right? You still got those other guys that's been inactive, Ali, whatever, with L, I think, and Madrano. They've been inactive. You want to bring another safety in? You want to go like a little heavy right there? Like, I don't know if we have anyone that's going to be able to do that. I mean, what you think?
That's my game. Well, I start off like this. I got a quote for you this time. The mind is willing, but the body is unable. That
Unable is insane.
that is Bobby Wagner for the like. I don't understand why this man won't come off the field. So I think that's what Joe Witt needs. Like in short yardage situations, cool. Leave Bobby in there, whatever. I don't care. But if I'm Joe Witt and it's second and long, third and long, especially third and long, I'm taking Bobby out. And like you said, I'm dropping another safety in there. I don't know who's going to be at. I'm trying to think in my head because I really don't want Percy in coverage. I guess you could put Revo back there for coverage and then drop Quan Martin down, have Harris on the other side. Maybe, okay, cool. But third and long, Bobby coming out, man. Because it just doesn't make any sense why you would limit yourself like that on the speed aspect of things. Like, sure, he can read the play probably faster than a lot of people on our defense, but that's what you call plays for, anyways. Your play is set up for people to execute the play. So I'm dropping another safety in there, and Bobby got to go, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, is like what are we gonna do? Because teams can still run on third and 6 if you put Percy at on the field at middle line. But like we don't have a Derwin James, right? I saw Derwin James play middle linebacker yesterday, right? I mean, that's where he lined up. So like that's that hot spot. Like that's where he was. Right, but he can play the run at an elite level. I don't know if we have no one like that. I mean,
we
put
used
Percy
to.
right there and see what happens.
Yeah, we used to have somebody, but he play in LA now. But it's okay. Yeah, I don't. I would drop Quan, man, because like Quan's small, but he'll hit somebody.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man. What's up, Ash? How you feeling, man? Tim, what's good? The powers of the Black Panther have been stripped away from us.
That's African, first of all.
Right.
That ain't even
We
right.
got 31 million in cash. I mean, we got 31 million, nothing to spend it on. Like, it's nothing out there to spend it on unless you're gonna go trade and pay somebody. Like,
I don't know what free safeties out there.
Right. So I think they're gonna lock some people up and kind of make it front loaded with this year, I guess. I mean, we'll see. Yes, we did.
Boy, oh boy. Okay, about Derwin James, everybody. He knocked himself out every 3 plays. Like, if you go back and watch that game from was it last night, he literally knocked himself out one play and got back up. So
that's true. That's true. He misses games too. So there you go. JD5 needs 2-3 games, warm up games, everything gonna be all right. So Bobby Wagner, like, we've been on the field more this year, as you all can kind of see when we doing these snap counts. We've been on the field more through the first 2 games. That's not a good thing for Bobby at all, right? Like, that's not a good thing. Pressures is there. He actually has more tackles. He has no missed tackles. So he hasn't rushed enough to have a pass rush win weight. But Bobby is still on track, right? Like, he's still on track, but we don't have like the coverage grades. I know the coverage grades are probably horrible. I know his coverage grades are horrible, right? Because he can't do it. He can't cover. I mean, Louisville can't cover for real. I mean, he's faster for sure. Yeah, like he has more speed and all that, so he could keep up, but he ain't covering, right? So we got 2 linebackers that can't really cover. So I don't know what we're gonna like. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I know teams is gonna exploit. They're gonna keep trying us in the middle of the field. You got tight ends doing a Macarena out there in the middle of the field, and nobody nowhere near them. I mean, you got Mayer and you got Brock Bowers coming, right? I mean, after that, you're gonna have what's the kid for the Falcons? Pitts, right? So like, we gonna have to figure it out, bro. We're gonna have to figure it out. We're gonna have to figure it out for sure. Oh, the attempts that weren't meant to be one-on-one. First movie quote that came to mind. I got you. Who could you see them re-upping? That's a good question. Tunsu. I think Payne might be a trade candidate, but Tunsu for sure. Maybe Quan. Maybe. I don't think you have to do Biotis yet. I don't know. I mean, you might see some smaller deals of some of those guys, 1-year guys that's kind of been helping out because you still need to like build your depth. But I'm trying to think. I think that's probably. I mean, Tunsu for sure. I don't think Lattimore. I don't think Debo. Now Debo. Now this is the thing with Debo. It's in Debo's best because look, they gave you 20 million of guaranteed money, so like you're getting 20 million this year. Debo probably has a because this is his last. It's going to be his last big multi-year big contract, right? I'm sure he has a number in mind where he wants to get in the offseason as far as his last deal. He understands he has to produce. So there's a production number that also attaches to what he wants to do. Now, if he's on pace for that and the team recognizes that and they come to him with an offer, if it's close to the number that what he anticipate that he wants, I think you might get a deal done. I don't know. But at the same time, do you want to be paying? Because I think Terry deal, you can really get out of it a couple years. So I don't think that's going to affect them too much on how they want to pay Debo. But do you want to be giving like a lot of guaranteed money to 230-year-old wide receivers? I don't know. That's going to definitely be something. But answer your question, I think Tunsu for sure. We haven't been able to cover tight ends for the longest. 65. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I don't think that's true either. I don't know, man. I thought this Jones was like in the 30s. Yes, they did. They just did that. They just converted some of his money. They converted this year into cash, into bonus money, and they just tacked some void years on the end. But that's not to say that they can't come to another agreement because I'm sure that was discussed. The reason why they kind of went this route. So I'm sure they both know what the numbers look like. It's just a timing thing, I'm sure. Yeah, it's not as bad as I expected. Who we got next? Durst Armstrong is having a pretty good year. And his is quiet too. And I asked about the impact of it. Does these numbers meet the eye test, right? Snaps are up, 6 more pressures, 4 more tackles. He has 2 sacks. The first couple games, no missed tackles. He's 16th in the NFL amongst edge rushers and pass rush win rate. I'm sure those percentages is not like too far apart from his peers. But again, he's playing great, right? He's really playing some good football. But I ask you, Chuck, are the numbers matching the eye test?
I think yes, but he's not just a dominant guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a hard worker. Yeah. But he's not nobody that's like a Crosby or like who am I thinking of? Like a Mac or somebody like that. Like he's just a hard worker who's going to eventually beat his guy and get to the quarterback. But I think for him is like where's the help on that D line on the other side per se. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
that's what's lacking.
He's not nothing like flashy.
And that's the thing is like when you're getting off the field and you're keeping teams from scoring, I think that magnifies someone like Armstrong.
Yep.
Right. But when a team is converting third downs, when they're beating you, this like it really diminishes those type of players. But he would be discussed more right? If we're winning, if that makes sense, right? Like he'll have more conversations towards him if we're winning because you begin to kind of look at players like him. Because I think somebody even had his numbers up against Michael Parsons, right? But even though they look similar, right? Micah has like half of his snaps too, right? Legs. Can't just put that off. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that matters. Could the 3 void years have been put in place for the next? It's possible. It's possible. 9 pressures week 1, just 2 pressures in week 2. Well, there you go. That's a horrible backstory. Thank you, Dog Tired. Thank you for that, Dog Tired. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Dog Tired. You could have really kept that. Is the Highsmith to a TJ Watt? Yeah, that's true. Little sidekick drink. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, but now he don't have no sidekick. So what do we do?
All right, let's see what else we got. Johnny Newton. His snaps have increased. He's actually been playing better. He's been playing pretty good. He got 6 pressures, 2 tackles. He didn't play a lot. Yeah, because he didn't play last week. Oh, yes, he did. He played. Yeah, he played. He didn't start a year on pup. But he played. He didn't start a year on pup. Yeah, because he had 12 snaps. So yeah. He just didn't get a lot of reps. But he's getting more reps and his numbers is moving up. So he got 6 pressures, 2 tackles. I really want to see how the season progresses with him being able to be more of a natural pass rushing DN. I mean, D tackle, 3 tech. To use his speed, his quickness, his hands to get upfield and not have to worry about taking on blockers. So I'm looking forward to seeing a little more of, to see how Johnny Newton kind of progressed throughout the year. Okay, so he didn't play week 1. All right, sounds good. He only played week 2 last year. Yeah, makes sense. Who else we got? Bonus, Javon Kinlaw. Look at this. 64%, 3rd in the NFL amongst defensive tackles. This dude is balling, bro. I don't want to ask the question now, but I guess we can wait. Maybe week 10 or something like that. Is he going to end up being worth the money? Is he going to play up to the? I know a lot of people had issues with the money, but I wonder what that looks like now, right? Like, is he playing up to par with the money? I guess we're going to see. We're going to figure that out, and we're going to have a conversation about it. But look at this: 38%, 17th in the NFL. Look at that run rate, 2nd. Look, these are some great numbers for a D tackle for somebody that was a write-off. He is balling, bro.
He heard the noise.
Yeah, he's been energetic. He's been excited on the sidelines, all that good stuff. Like, he's balling for real, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited for sure.
He took all the Louisville powers, huh?
Maybe so. But he's absolutely balling. But yeah, man. I think we did enough for the Packers for sure. Being a Thursday game, it throws us off a little bit for how we prep for the next week and the next team. But we're going to start prepping for the Raiders tomorrow. We're going to look at some yearly numbers from both teams to kind of compare where both teams are. We're going to look at the tape on Thursday. I'm going to look at 2 games. We'll look at their first 2 games because that's what we're going to do. We'll look at the first 2 games and kind of find some similarity to see how we can exploit them, to see how we can win, pretty much, right? And we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go from there. But the Packers chapter is closed here on Red Zone in the Lab. It's time. It's time to move on from that game. But this is your favorite time. This is, let me see, that run block win rate is the one we need to really talk about. Cliff needs to hand the ball off more. The O-line is mauling dudes in the run game. Hey, man. Cliff got to figure it out. Cliff got to figure it out, man. They all got to figure it out.
Yeah, wait till Cosby come back.
Ooh, can't wait. Can't wait. All right. Your two favorite segments.
Riddle reactions of the day.
All right, what's up? Reactions. Hey, dude, did you want to do that camp thing as a reaction or as a news thing?
A news, we do as a news.
All right, let's wait on that. All right, so reactions of the day. We did work out Preston Smith today. And all I've been seeing on my timeline is a blast from the past. Why does AP love old people so much? And what is he doing here, basically? A lot of people were surprised by Preston Smith. I was a little surprised. I wasn't expecting to see that name at all, actually. But basically, the main reaction was he's old and welcome back, basically. What do you think about that, Zeus?
I mean, he is old, right? Like, he's 30. I think he'll be 33 next week. He'll be 33 next week. Right? He's going to push our average up. Oldest team in the league, right? He didn't do much last year, I think, with the Steelers. I think Steelers got him in a trade, I think. Didn't they trade like a late round pick or something? Late in the year last year, he didn't really contribute. Like, what we knew of Preston Smith is he's no longer. But again, like, I'd rather have him out there and downs and first, second down than Von Miller. Like, we need to keep Von Miller on 20 to 25 snaps per game. And if anything is going to disrupt that, I'll take Preston Smith any day. Like, I'm fine with it. But at the same time, I do want to see what these young guys can do. Jalen Holmes, they signed to the off the practice squad. Baptiste, let's give these guys some more time, man. And because these guys, you're going to want to grow with the team. That's still on their rookie deals. You want them to develop, and the best way to develop in the NFL is to actually play.
Yeah, I got one more quick thing for the reactions. Our coaching staff. Apparently, a lot of fans feel like Joe Witt should be on the hot seat within these first two games. And a lot of fans feel like Cliffy just messed everything up on Thursday. So my reaction is I give Cliff a little bit more grace. Maybe he was just trying some stuff out. Or maybe he just wasn't ready for this Thursday night game, which they said they was, but we never know what happened during the week. And Joe Witt, I'm not sure. I see the vision in his scheme, but I'm not sure if he has everything planned out to a T with how he is supposed to with the game. What about you, dude?
I really wonder when it comes to Joe Witt. I really wonder, is he actually calling all of the games? I mean, is he actually calling?
Thing. I asked the same thing because I keep seeing Dan Quinn on the sideline with these hand signals, and I don't know what they are.
And it could be anything, right? It could be defensive line calls. It can be whatever. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the actual play call, right? It could be substitutions, right? Because he's on the field. Witt is not, but he's doing a whole lot. Like, you could get your D-line coach to do that stuff, right? Like, he's doing a lot, bro, on the sideline. I agree with you. When you watch him, he's doing all that, like hand signals, all that. So I wonder what that is, right? Like, and I don't know if any beat reporters have asked him that, but I'm definitely going to ask around to see if they can ask him that. Because I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, Dan Quinn been doing it his whole career. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it could be hard just giving it up to somebody. So
what do you think about Cliffy?
Huh?
What do you think about Cliffy?
I love Cliff, right? But Cliff, right? But he had a bad game as far as adjusting. He didn't adjust. Your quarterback is struggling, right? And yes, you were running the football. It wasn't successful, but you got to keep running. Like he came out the gate, 3 straight passes, 3 and out. I didn't like that, right? Would I have liked it if we would have completed a couple, got a first down? Yeah, sure, I guess, right? Whatever. But at the same time, you want to establish something, especially when at away games. You want to establish the ground. You want to establish time of possession and take your shots, right? You want to be able to work off play action. You wasn't able to do any of that, right? And, you know, they got 4 people, 4 or 5, and 7 back, 7, 8 back in coverage. Like bring out 12 personnel, take them out of it, make them uncomfortable, right? 13 personnel, run the rock. Just run the rock. Like until y'all told me, I thought Bill had like 10 carries for 50 yards. It's like every time he touched the rock, he was getting positive yards. And I think they said he had 4 a carry, right? So like you got to get young on the rock, man. But and now Bates is down, so like everybody, you want to send it to get more reps. You want to Bill to get more reps. Now they ain't got no other choice. He's being bullied, right?
Yep, I'll end on this. Somebody made a tweet. I ain't gonna say everything they said in the tweet, but we don't know what Cliffy do during the week, man. I don't know.
I saw that.
I don't know what he did on the week, but hey, Cliffy, I need you to focus, buddy. I need you to focus.
That was crazy because they was like, Cliff must not game plan until Friday nights.
Yeah.
Right, and Sunday through Thursday, he's out in the strip on the streets doing Cliffy things. Because how horrible the offense looks on Thursdays. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. What's up, Ron? How you feeling, man? Yeah, look at that, 4.2 per carry, man. Like, get that boy to rock, man. Get that boy to rock. All right, next up.
It is now time for Riddle News of the Day.
All right, real quick, let's tap into this WNBA thing. We are knee deep in the playoffs. Today is actually game 2 for 4 teams. The Indiana Fever actually came back and tied the series with the Atlanta Dream. They ended up beating them 77-60. Alicia Gray had a bad game. Ryan Howard had an okay game, but overall, Indiana at home is a hard team to beat. So they ended up getting the win. That series is tied 1-1. They go back to Atlanta for the game 3. Right now, actually, if you're bored, need something to watch, or you just like basketball, the Aces and the Seattle Storm are playing right now. It's the third quarter, 3 minutes left. The score is 58-51. The Aces are up. If the Aces continue, they will sweep Seattle and go on to the next round. That game is on ESPN also. Any thoughts, Deuce?
WNBA. follow Chuck for all your WNBA news. I haven't what like I'm going to oh, look at Dog Tie. He loves Asia. So like I'm going to like watch some of the playoff games for sure. Right. So I'll be able to contribute a little more. I am gonna watch some of the playoff games but look, like, and it's not nothing against the WNBA. It's like I just don't watch basketball like I used to. Actually, I put a clip in one of our chats about it was Celtics versus Sixers and what year was that? 2006, something like that. The atmosphere, like it was insane. Like I don't know if we ever going to be able to get back to that, right? And that's why I enjoy so much about basketball and the NBA. But I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in because I'm gonna treat it like work. I'm gonna tap in for sure.
All right, did you want to talk about the is what it is?
Bro, that was insane. That was insane, bro. Go ahead.
So if y'all didn't see the clip, Adrian Bronner got excused from the show today because apparently kept making advances at Stat, their host, their co-host. And I guess Cam got tired of it and paid him and sent him on his way. So I thought it was a very respectable thing to do. I believe in the clip he said her boyfriend was there. Her boyfriend is a streamer, YouTuber. He hangs out with the AMP guys. His name is Chris. Social name is Chris Next Door. He's from the DMV area, actually. He's from PG County, actually. So I think that was a good move by Cam. You know, just did all that stuff before things get awkward, which it was a little too late because it got awkward. But good job from Cam, man.
Hey man, shout out to Arabia because y'all know our girl Arabia is on that show. Too. She's been on there for a year, and it was funny because like when it was getting real awkward, your boy, the preacher rapper Mace, he just go to ask Arabia, "Hey Arabia, is that background real?" Like what? Bro, that was so awkward. Like, what is the background real? Like, come on, bro. Like. And then, you know, big up to Cam, man, on how he handled that situation. I do wonder if he paid everybody out of his bag, though.
Out of the handbag.
That was insane, bro. Like, is that how you pay everybody out of the handbag? Man, you know what I'm saying? But it was weird, bro. Like, and we just saw that clip. Like, we didn't see like the full video. Like, it was kind of cut up. Like he probably was like really making the whole thing awkward. I mean, she was laughing it off or whatever, but you can tell that was an awkward laugh. Even when they was cutting it to Arabia, she was just like, "Oh my gosh," you know what I'm saying? And Cam was like, "All right, that's enough, bro." Then at the end, I don't know, something must have happened because you see the clip that came out afterwards when they was trying to get back into the show and he was throwing. He was like, "All right, let's run that back," because I'm like he called what he called him a alcoholic or a druggie. Yeah. He called him something. So something else must have happened after that. You know, because he was like, "Look, man, you can stay here. We'll catch up with you outside, but I can't let you be on the show, man. You got to roll out." Like, people got to understand, like, these dudes is not like the dudes you see on TV, ESPN and all that. Like these dudes is really dudes, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when they turn professional, don't think that what they were just leaves out the window. So, the way he handled it, I think it was very like professional. What I do disagree with is putting it out there on the airways. But again, it's entertainment too, though, right? Yeah. It's entertainment, and that's going to draw people to their show. And look, it could have been planned. Like I'm not, you know, disregarding that too. It could have been planned. Like Bronner, I've heard he's taken some falls before to get that bread because he's so broke. So he could have did that too. Hey man, look, give me an extra 3, and I do this and do that. I mean, I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past him though.
I think I was talking to somebody the other day, and it was like, "What would you do for money?" And the last thing I think I would want to do is like ruin my reputation just for a couple extra dollars, you know? Like, especially in a situation like that, you're talking to you're talking to 2 sports analysts who just so happen to be women, you know, and you want to take that as seriously as you can and not just, you know, make the whole little I guess flirtatious advances as he was trying to do. So I don't know if he was playing or not, but like we see that in everyday life, man. Like sometimes it's people's homies, man. People's homies come around, the ladies or whatever, you at a function, and they get a little liquid courage, you know, and they just won't stop, man. They just don't know how to you know, I guess be professional, just keep the room solid, you know. And you got to put them in their place. So there's nothing we don't see in everyday life.
Exactly. And when it happens, you got to check them.
Yep.
You got to check them. So, you got to check them. So there you go. He was checked. All right. What you got, Chuck? We get out of here.
I got one more thing. In my comments on this note, September is Suicide Prevention Month. So I'll say this, you're never alone. If you feel like you need to reach out to someone, please reach out to someone. Don't be afraid to reach out or take a phone call or even have a one-on-one conversation with somebody if you need it. A couple more times throughout the month, when I'm on the show, I'll touch on it again. I actually have a sister. She works in mental health awareness and stuff like that. She has a program, a nonprofit for teenage girls. So I'll touch more on it this month, more that I'm on the show. But yeah, September is suicide prevention.
There you have it. I don't know who you talking about, Ron. You talking about your actual brother? If you had a loss, we absolutely send our condolences to you and your family. But yeah, man, remember everything that Chuck said. Always reach out. Always free to reach out on here, right? Like, you know how to find me, redzoneinthelab on everywhere. So absolutely reach out. Try to point you in the right direction. You just need somebody to vent to, need somebody to talk to. Never feel like you don't have nobody. You got Deuce, you got Chucky.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Always know that. Oh yeah. Sorry for your loss, Ron. Sending condolences to you, bro.
Condolences.
Yeah, prayers up for you, man. All love. Yeah, man. Appreciate your time. I know your time is very valuable for you to spend it with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.